Hey everybody, it's Maya. It is mid-August, so I think we're a little bit overdue for an update. Garden is going gangbusters and a little out of control. A lot of stuff has been pulled out and changed since last time I talked to you, so I'll try and get you caught up. All right, let me flip that camera around. Okay, so we'll start with this bed here. You can see that we pulled out the squash because we did lose the battle with the squash bugs. But all hope is not lost. We did get a decent harvest, and we took some advice and we're starting a second round of summer squash. So these sunflowers have finally caught up with the others. This bed definitely just a little bit delayed. Zinnias coming up. Hollyhocks, I guess, bloom every other year, so I'm hoping that those greens along that back, those are hollyhocks. Hoping that they'll bloom next year. It's church. Mouse melons, cute to grow. I don't particularly care for the taste of them. They're very sour. The squirrels and the raccoons like them, so they can have them. We're getting to start. These are beets that I planted earlier in the year, but a lot of these empty spaces we're gonna start sowing some beets and other fall to winter crops. Pecan trees. So these are some of the summer squash that we planted after we took out all the onions. You can see the onions are gone out of this bed, and I will show you. Dun, 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 dun. Here is the last of the onion harvest. Everything else has already been pulled and put downstairs. I think I didn't give the red onions long enough because I started to give up, pull them out because they were too small. But the ones I just left, they actually look like decent red onions. So, lesson learned. Give them time. So I'm hoping with this technique, planting after the squash bugs have already gone through their breeding cycle, that we may get another round of summer squash before the first frost. I gotta get in here and get another round of green beans out. We've gotten a nice round of eggplants. Oh, where's this guy down here? You can see there's another one coming in. So they are definitely appreciating this hot, dry weather. I don't think it's actually properly rained in weeks, a month and a half at this point. The last onion, I let that one go to seed. Not had great luck starting onions from seeds, but just keep trying. The other thing that has loved this hot weather is the peppers. I think I harvested everything off of these guys so far, but we are getting a decent pepper harvest. Strawberries. So these are the drying beans down here. So not to be, prickly. We're gonna let them dry in the pods, and then those will be used as baking beans, dried beans, cooking beans. Tomatoes. You can see Dave pulled all my arugula out, but we'll reseed with arugula and lettuce here for the fall and winter. Kale is doing remarkably well despite the heat. Teaspoon. Hi. He went to the vet today and had a great report card, so that is cause for celebration. Catmint, ground cherries that put themselves there, tomatoes. The tomatoes have all gone a bit wild at this point. I have not kept up with grooming them, so everything's a little out of control. You can see the sunflowers. Look at these beautiful peppers. It doesn't even look real. This little plant absolutely loaded down. There's another one back there in the dill. This is my climbing bean tower, and it's working. They're growing up. We'll see if we get any beans off of it. The goldfinches have been at the sunflowers, which is lovely. The camera's probably going to be totally blinded, but I don't know if you can see there. We never actually get any of the sunflower seeds because the birds just love them, but I don't begrudge them. It's so nice to see them. Blackberry bush not looking very healthy, and the blackberries are so sour. I wait until they get dusty looking. They're still so sour. So we just leave them for the birds. I don't know what we're doing wrong. The zinnias are blooming, doing their thing. They're all tucked in amongst everything. Let's go this way without. Don't mind my crazy dill. We pulled out the cucumbers. Cucumber beetles this year were a thing. We haven't dealt with them in a long time. I can't say that it really impacted our harvest. We're saving these for seed. But yeah, they were just starting to show a little fatigue with the weather. Look, an actual petunia that grows here every year by seed. It seeds itself. I love it. What do we got over here? Ooh, some hot peppers coming in. Again, appreciating that weather. These are more bush beans that we planted. Summer squash. More super hot peppers. That was my bare root rose. It's doing beautifully. Oh, ground cherries. I don't know if you've not seen one of these. They look like, sorry, the camera work here. They like little lanterns. I'll see if I can find a ripe one somewhere to show you. They kind of taste like gooseberries almost. Look at these banana peppers. I am going to be well stocked with pickled banana peppers. My favorite treats. More sunflowers. More sunflowers that have been already fleeced of their seeds. Happy birds. I think we harvested the eggplant that was there. This is the last of the cucumbers that's got to come out. You can see it's just not looking particularly healthy. But still making cucumbers. So I'll just keep harvesting until it doesn't. Yeah, these banana peppers gone absolutely wild. We harvested already one green bell pepper. This guy is not as impressive as the one that we did harvest. But we got some green bell peppers, which is another thing that we've never successfully accomplished. I'd like to say hello to my little bumblebee friend. Look at that pollen. Busy bee. Harvested some of the rutabaga, and then I also have another crop of rutabaga coming in here. Carrots we're pulling up here and there. Mostly I've been giving them to Rue, but put them into sauce and things like that as well, here and there. Parsnips, which at some point I got to start pulling up. Another one of my summer squashes. These are some climbing beans that are using my sunflower. You can see the sunflower goes all the way up. And these are some soybeans that we planted, hopefully after. Ooh, this is a weed. Get out of here, weed. Sorry. Yeah, those guys are no good. Planted these after the Japanese beetle peak season because the Japanese beetles eat them down to nothing, and it's very annoying. These are eggplants that, despite being squashed by everything under the sun that was back here, they're still producing. Oh, here's a green oxheart tomato. You can see the size of this thing. Absolutely one of my favorite tomatoes to grow. Would recommend it to anybody. Plenty of dill, if anybody wants some dill. Got tomatoes. Oh, somebody, which I think is a squirrel, keeps coming in and helping themselves. And it's very rude and very annoying. So now I'm picking things right before they are. Bear with me. I jostle this camera all over the place. picking them before they're totally ripe, but once they get a blush like this and they're a little soft, this will ripen beautifully inside. Ah, look at that. Well, I'm not fancy. I'll just cut that part off. I'll still eat it. I almost wonder if this is birds. Could be birds. Whatever. It'll get eaten. So that's the little side garden for now. Our big garden for now. Let me come this way. We harvested all the candy onions. These guys, some of them got bigger towards the end. They never really got what I'd say is big. Dave stuck a couple potatoes in there. They're not doing much. This is my loofah, which is the only plant that really loved this heat. Well, I guess the okra did too, but it's quite happy. And while I will not get any loofah, I do have little tiny loofah blooms. So that's exciting. Curry tree is happy. This bed over here is finally doing something with itself. We're getting good tomatoes on that. Basil's going strong. Everybody's doing pretty good. We're hanging in there, hitting peak August garden. So I hope you guys are planting something beautiful, enjoying the outdoors, and I will update on the front next time. All right, bye.